Hey, I'm Jake, and this is Yoga for Weight Loss. Come on your mat. Stand at the top of your mat, feet hips width apart, about 2 fists width apart, feet straight forward. Stand tall, shoulders back, chin up. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, relax your arms in at your side. Okay, keep the weight in the front of your heels as you reach up. Watch you don't arch your back. Exhale, arms at your side. Okay, inhale, reach up, palms forward. Hold your right wrist with your left hand, lean to your right, sway your hips to the left. And come back to center. Second side, hold your left wrist with your right hand, lean to your right, hips to the left. Okay, watch you don't, again, lean back. Think more of a sit-up action, front ribs down. Okay, and come back to center, both arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Touch the floor in front of you. Bend your knees enough to touch. If you need to get more spacious, you could wiggle your feet literally as wide as your mat if you need to touch down comfortably. Inhale, lift halfway up, legs straight. And exhale, place your hands. Step back for down dog. Okay, down dog. And bend your knees enough in down dog to tip your hips up. Look at an upside down V shape on your mat. And inhale, come forward for plank, legs straight, wrists under your shoulders. And exhale, bend your elbows for low plank. Okay, lower your hips to the floor for cobra. Point your feet, come on up. Okay, and make sure the index knuckle part of your hands root down. Okay, that might mean you have to rotate your hands out a little bit to root them down. And exhale, down dog, roll over your knees. Adjust your hands so they're straight. Tuck your toes, hips up. And go ahead and bend your knees deeply. Look forward, step or walk to the front of your mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to, feet as wide as you have to step to the top. Okay, feet straight, lift halfway up. Legs strong, get tall enough to get an extension in your back. And exhale, bow, touch the floor. Deep breath in, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, arms at your side. Hey, keep your feet hips width apart, 2 fists width apart. Bend your knees deeply, like a downhill skier. Reach your arms up. Exhale, sit heavy, weight in your heels. Okay, inhale, stamp your feet down, straighten your legs. Exhale, bow forward, touch the ground. Okay, weight in your right foot. Step your left foot way back for a lunge. Okay, bend your front knee right over your ankle. Right knee right over the ankle, back foot's vertical. Hey, if this feels a little bit congested, you can wiggle your right foot to the right. You go outer hips width apart. And hop up onto your left fingertips. Inhale, twist open, reach your right arm up. And swing your right arm by your ear to get a big side stretch to that right side of your body. Turn your chest to the right. Look up if it doesn't hurt your neck. Okay, hand to the floor. You can step it forward. You can do one big step or a couple steps. Switch sides. Left foot forward, right foot way back for lunge. Okay, slide that back foot back enough so it's vertical. Root your left heel heavy. Hop onto your right fingertips. Inhale, twist open, left arm up. And stretch your left arm by your ear. Get a big stretch to this left side of your body. Keep your left hip wrapping back, left heel roots. Turn your chest towards the ceiling and look up. Okay, hands to the floor. You're gonna step it forward. You can do one step or a couple of steps. Okay, weight in your right foot. Step your left foot way back for lunge. Okay, again, get spacious enough so that's not congested. You can go outer hips width apart. Bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Now you're gonna walk your hands clear off to the right. Okay, so far off to the right, your hands might go clear off your mat. Come onto your fingertips, hands at least shoulder width apart. Okay, only walk your hands so far to the right as your right knee doesn't turn in. Okay, so that's how you know you've gone too far. Widen your right knee right, root your right heel heavy. set your right hip back and look at your underneath that left arm. Keep your left leg strong. Okay, walk it back to center. Okay, hands underneath you. You can do a couple steps or one big step. Step it forward. Switch sides. Weight in the left foot. Right foot way back for lunge. Okay, left knee bends right over your ankle. Okay, so far as you can keep that alignment, you'll walk your hands clear off to the right. On fingertips, hands at least shoulder width apart. Widen your left knee left. Root your left heel heavy. To scissor square your left hip back. Crescent your whole upper body right. Okay, walk your hands underneath you. And step it forward. You can do a couple steps again, or one big step. Lift halfway up, legs straight. Hands on your hips, shoulders back. Come up and stand. All right, and take a wide stance. Face the long edge of your mat. Feet straight. Okay, feet even with one another. Put your arms out, make sure your ankles are underneath your wrists. And turn your right foot towards the front edge of your mat. Bend your right knee deeply for warrior two. Okay, square your chest and hips towards the wall to your left. For side angle pose, right forearm to your right thigh. And left arm by your ear. To get a big stretch to this left side of your body. Keep that left sole of foot heavy. It'll feel like you come out of the lunge a little bit. I really want you to focus on creating a lift out of that low back on the left side. Okay, come on up. Hands on your hips. Straighten your right leg. And reach your right hand down for your right shin. And you can slide your hand down the shin only so far as you can keep your back lengthening. No slouch in the shoulders or neck. Get tall enough. Okay, and reach your left arm up. Okay, back foot heavy. Swing your left arm by your ear. To get a big lateral stretch to the left side of your body. Okay, hands on your hips. Come on up. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot towards the back wall. Okay, bend your left knee, warrior two. Make sure your left foot is straight. Left knee is straight over your foot. For side angle, left forearm to your left thigh, right arm by your ear. Right foot stamps heavy. You'll feel like you lift this right hip up more. You'll get more of a release on that right side. Okay, come on up and straighten your left leg. Hinge forward, left hand to the left leg. Okay, just watch you're not pushing on the leg. It's just there to guide you. And eventually you can walk your hand down to the outside of your left shin to the floor or a block. Get as tall as you need to. Extend long through your neck. Okay, top arm by your ear. Keep your right foot stamped down heavy to get a big release. Okay, come on up. Hands on your hips. Turn your feet towards the wide edge of your mat. Feet straight. Bend your knees, touch the floor in front of you. Okay, bend your knees enough to clear your back. Bend your knees enough to release your hip flexors. Okay, so far as you feel release, you can start to straighten your legs out as straight as they'll go. Okay, and then arms straight, come onto your fingertips, walk your hands in front of you. Really as far as they'll go without your weight tipping to the tops of your feet. And slide back a little so you can see. So yeah, you can stretch out through your arms only so far as the weight doesn't get light in your heels. Heels heavy. Without moving your hands, sweep them towards you. Draw your front ribs back like a sit-up. Okay, walk your hands underneath you. Shorten your stance a couple inches. Lift halfway up. Hands on your hips. Yeah, you can bend your knees. Come up and stand. Okay, turn to the front. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive in. Touch the floor. Feet straight. Inhale, lift halfway up, legs straight. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plank pose, step back. And lower for low plank. Shoulders stay lifted. Lower your hips for cobra. And exhale, roll over the knees. Straighten the hands out, down dog. Right knee forward for pigeon. Right knee wide all the way to the right edge of your mat. Square your hips. Come onto your forearms. And allow your hips to set back. Allow your hips to settle towards the floor. Okay, come on up and step back. Switch sides, left knee wide for pigeon. Okay, left knee all the way to that left edge of your mat. Square your hips, come onto your forearms and allow your hips to set back and towards the floor. Okay, come on up and step back for down dog. Inhale, plank, and exhale, lower for low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And lower down to sit, swing your legs out in front of you, lie back. Take a breath. Now set up for bridge pose. Bend your knees. Place your feet, ankles underneath your knees, feet hips width apart. Root your feet down to lift your hips up, lift your low back up. You can either clasp your hands underneath you or arms alongside you. Palms spin up, whichever gives you more leverage to walk your shoulders up and underneath you. So far as your knees don't turn out, lift your hips up as high as they'll go. And lower it down. Press your hands against your thighs. Keep the back of your head down, take a breath. Okay, reach your arms out like cactus arms. Palms face up. Wiggle your feet as wide as your mat. And let both knees windshield wiper right. And rest your right foot across your left thigh. Look left. Root your left shoulder down. Okay, second side, come on back. Both knees fall to the left. And rest your left foot across your right thigh, look right. Root your right shoulder down. And come on back to center for happy baby. Bend your knees, hold your shins. Just at your kneecaps, knees wide enough to cradle your torso. Either hold it still or rock and roll, whichever feels better on your back. And rock it up to sit, please. And stretch your right leg out. Bend your left knee in. And twist over your right leg. Reach your left hand for your right foot, or outer shin, or outer thigh, whatever you can get. Most importantly, root your right leg down completely. And use your right hand on the floor to the outside of your right leg to tip your weight more on your left hip as you twist right and bow. Okay, come on up. And second side, left leg out. Right knee in for Janu Shirsasana. Twist to the left. Reach your right hand for your left foot or leg, whatever you could get. And use your left hand to the outside of your left shin on the floor. Tip your weight heavier in your right hip. And fold over your left leg. And inhale, come on up, stretch both legs out wide. Feet point up, knees point up, hands behind you, root your low back. Root your legs down to lift your low back. Okay, you can breathe right here. Or if you can keep your legs rooted, your pelvis tilting up, you can bow down the middle. Okay, but if you go to come forward, if your knees lift up, just stay upright to protect your back. Okay. Hope you enjoyed your class. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you next time. Namaste.